So in case there's not already a number of reasons why construction and development cost will continue to go up, here's another one. It has to do with insurance. In the past, we've talked about building supplies and supply chain issues, lumber prices, and even labor prices, which are continuing to rise. In addition to all that, one of the major expenses for a general contractor or builder is insurance. And there's various types of insurance. You have your general liability insurance, your E&O insurance. Most states require bonding for a general contractor. But in addition to that, there's also builder's risk, which means while you're building a property, building a structure, you have insurance that covers your risk of that structure being damaged during the construction period and of the materials that are on site. Because the materials costs are increasing and because there's inflation on these costs, insurance companies are starting to increase their premiums for all of these types of coverages. Because your E&O insurance and your liability insurance would cover reconstruction of a property that was manufactured or constructed improperly in the past, even if it only cost you, let's say your job cost was $180,000 3 years ago, you might actually have to rebuild it for $300,000, and the insurance companies know this. So they're baking this into their premiums. So you're going to find when you do your renewal of your builder's policy, your bond for your general contractor license, your GL policy, or even things like work comp, you're going to find that all your premiums will be increased. And this is going to go into your fixed expenses, which you now have to distribute over your future jobs. More importantly, when you have a specific policy on a certain job, a builder's risk policy or materials policy, sometimes it'll be under inland marine, you will find that those premiums will be much, much higher as well. And the reason why is because the replacement cost for losses is much higher, labor, materials, and other expenses. In addition, they're finding that the liability expense is also higher. Somebody gets hurt, there's some type of damage, some type of litigation, all those costs are higher. In some cases, we're seeing builder clients being non-renewed. Their existing carrier is no longer providing the kind of coverage that was carried by that builder in the past. One other area of coverage that some builders are looking to add is cyber liability insurance. Because you're not really a tech company, but there are things about your company that are technology related. You have your building plans, your emails are all online, and if a hacker gets in and locks down your system, you could have to pause your job for 2-3 weeks until it gets back up and running. So be aware that you might want to start getting quotes on your different coverages for your construction company a little bit earlier than normal, because you might want to shop around to maybe find some lower coverages. Also, be aware that one way to try to cut premiums is to maybe go to a higher deductible and maybe even adding an umbrella policy. Check with your agents and your broker to find out what would be the best coverage for you. But if you're a builder, you're going to find there's a lot of new challenging factors in your insurance markets that will either restrict coverage, have higher costs, or maybe even more exclusions and exceptions to your current policy. Let us know what you think in the comments.